first off to answer any questions that you may have about TikTok or about what I talked about in the training. So if anyone has one, unmute yourself, and then I will answer your question in regards to the training that I already did. If not, we'll just go ahead and get started.
What is your name again?
My name is Shelby, aka Shelbo. Ooh, I see India. I see Tina. There's my girls. I'm just swiping through to see who's on because I'm nosy like that. Woo. Okay, there's too many of you. Never mind. Jessica, I see Jessica. All right. Well, we're just going to go ahead and start it then. And if you have any questions, put them in the drop down below, like where you can put in questions and whatnot. That way, I can answer any questions there. But if I don't see one, just raise your hand and it should pop up so I can see you. I am adding people to the waiting room. Sorry. Don't yell at me. All right. So I'm going to kind of go from start to finish when I started a TikTok and how I really built the following that I did. When I first created a TikTok, it was about, I would say 4 years ago, right when TikTok first launched. Actually, I was sitting there, I was on Snapchat. I was talking to my sister, and then if you guys have seen, did you guys constantly see, you know, like a TikTok being advertised and you were like, what the heck is that? Back then, I didn't really care about it so much. I wish I would have got into it when it first initially started, but I think I waited about 2 years before I ever even downloaded it. So has anyone in here ever used, what's the one, Vines? I used to Vine before I found TikTok. If you guys know what I'm talking about, shout it out in the comments. But I used to Vine before I started a TikTok. So honestly, back whenever I had the TikTok first, I wasn't using it as a business platform. I was using it more of like a way for me to express myself, a way for me to not, or a way for me to maybe put some political things on a TikTok versus my Facebook. So that was the way I started TikTok first. But now I use it strictly as a business platform. Not use TikTok in any way, shape, or form for, you know, expressing myself or anything like that. The reason being is because when you have a TikTok, you have to have a niche. So my niche now is moms and weight loss. If you don't have it narrowed down to at least, I would say like the 2 categories or even just 1 category, TikTok isn't going to push out your content and they're not going to know where to send it to. So if you're posting, for example, you're posting about the snaps, you're posting about your dog, you're posting about your family, they're not going to know where to push out your stuff to because you don't have a niche. You're not niched down. So when you are starting your TikTok, or if you've already started, you should know what your niche is. If you don't have a niche, figure it out. Find something that you can relate to. If it's moms, weight loss, even grandmas, you know, I even have it narrowed down a little bit to like C-section moms. I know Christine has hysterectomy moms. Holly is weight loss. You know, like you gotta find your niche and you gotta stick to that niche, because if you don't, it ain't gonna work. So if you want to like post personal things, you know, like comedy or like about your family, I recommend having your own like personal TikTok, but you need to have it on your own device. So your main business TikTok needs to be only on one device, and then your other platform needs to be on a different device. The reason being, and I don't know if this is exactly true, but I have created many TikToks, and yes, I've used all different devices for those TikToks. And the reason being is because TikTok actually takes a lot of your information. Like they know a lot about you. Like even if you're traveling, when I was in Florida last weekend and I was in Texas, I was getting content from people from Texas and from people from Florida. So they real smart. So I do have personally, I have 2 assistants that work for me on TikTok as well. And they also are provided with their personal devices. And they're logged in as admins or as moderators on a separate device, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, I'll try to explain it. Because the reason why I have them outside and somewhere else in a different state is because then they're pulling from their region and I'm pulling from my region. So when I post a video, this is just like my daily routine, and I'm going to kind of go over it. So for one, I have my team, and I send to my team exactly what times to post. Trending sounds. I pay for someone to send me trending sounds every single day because I don't have time to sit there and scroll on TikTok. I really don't. So I post my times. So I lay them out for them. You need to post this time of day, this time of day, this time of day. And it changes every single day. There used to be specific times when it was best to post on TikTok, but I think that's BS now. There's really not a good time to post on TikTok now because it's so broad. It's so, like, I may have a video that I posted at 7 a.m. and then it's going to go viral like in a couple hours, or I post one at 11 p.m. and it goes viral overnight. So honestly, there's not really a good time to post. What's a good thing to do is to post. The more you post, the more your videos are going to be pushed out. So if you're only posting once or twice a day, I'm sorry, but it's not going to be very good. You're not going to get the success that you want on TikTok. Hold on. Where's that at? I hope someone's getting all these admitted in here. I appreciate you guys for whoever's doing that. Where's my chat? Hold on. How do I go to chat? Because I saw the question. It was a good one. There it is. How do you build the following though? So the more you post, you have to continue to keep posting. That's how you're going to gain those followers. If you think that I gained the following that I did overnight, I did not. I worked probably a good 5 years to build the following that I did. I was all over the place with my niche before, and I think I finally got it down, and I'm wondering if I should just start a new one or keep going with this account. It doesn't hurt to start another one. It really doesn't. So I have noticed that TikTok is definitely pushing out new creators. So if you create a new TikTok, the thing to do, and this is what I did when I created one, I created a new one that has almost 10,000 followers on it now. And it took about 2 weeks to build that following. And what I did was, and it may seem crazy, but for the first like 5 days, I posted every single hour. And then after that, I posted about every 3 to 4 times a day. So I know that sounds like a lot, but look at your TikTok right now.
Okay, give me 1 second.
And see how many drafts that you actually have. Hold on, let me mute whoever this is.
So it's yours, guys. Yeah.
Vishna.
Tammy, I'm gonna mute you, sorry. So see how many drafts you have. On my main profile that I go, that I don't go live on my main profile anymore, because please don't go live, you'll get banned. But my main account, I'm up to about 475 drafts. So for example, some of us got sick over the weekend, and you know what you can do? You can post your drafts. Or if you don't want to post your drafts, repost. Now, when I say repost, I haven't really figured out if it's okay to have your TikTok watermark on your repost or not. But I recommend using, and I can write the web, or you can search for the website. It's savetiktok.com. In the savetiktok.com, that's where you can copy your repost that you want to do. So you're going to go to your TikTok, you're going to hit copy repost, and then you're going to put the description in the repost, hit download that repost so it downloads without the watermark. Then you're going to repost it, but you need to make sure that you go and find that sound to use. Don't just repost with the sound that's on there. Repost finding that sound, and then you can also switch up a little bit of your text if you want in there as well. But if you've looked at mine and you've been seeing repost or different things on mine, like, oh, she's done that video before and it's going viral again, it's because I'm using a repost. So I'm using things that have already gone viral once that worked. And if I don't have necessarily time to make 5 videos that day, I find that repost and post that in there. And then I don't personally, like, if you look right now, I'm on the Zoom right now. This is It's 9:14. I'm scheduled to post a repost at, I think it's 9:45, but my assistant will be doing it. So that's kind of how I work. And if you see me posting all the time, that's how it's working. Yes, the app save TikTok works really well. Thank you, Anna. If I start an entirely new TikTok specific to niche, do I keep posting it in the old one or delete it? And if only have one device, how would you suggest to do that? I wish I could tell you it would work or it's going to work, having all of your TikToks on one device. But I did attempt to do that when I first started to make a new TikTok. I attempted to use the same device and I did not have good success. And I think it's honestly because TikTok, like it's linked to your devices. So it knows if you have another account. So you can actually go and view on your TikTok and see like how many devices are connected to that account. So TikTok's going to know if you have another account. Do we still need a ghost app for at least an hour after posting? Tina, I would say yes and no. I would say it really doesn't matter if, yeah, I'll get them in the waiting room. It doesn't really matter if you are ghosting it. I will say I do personally because I've done it since the beginning. Like I'll post a video and then I'll ghost it. But I don't know if it actually has anything to do with it going viral or anything like that. Actually, TikTok has tremendously changed. If I watch a video, for example, I'll post at 9:45. I'm going to know within the first like 30 minutes if I'm going to go, like, if it's going to be a good video or not, because you'll see how many people are like, so for example, it'll show like certain amounts on that in that small hour time frame, but then like 4 hours can pass and then all of a sudden it shoots way up. So usually I can tell if it's going to be a good one or not, but I do ghost it most of the time. And if I do ghost it, so how I'm able to check, so when I say ghost, yes, I do, but I still have other devices where I check on those videos to see how they're doing, if that makes sense. Any questions before I move on to the next category? Let me answer some of these questions. If you only have one account, can you use multiple devices? I don't see why not. What is ghosting? So ghosting is when you post a video and then you literally jump right off the app. You close out the app. Some people even sign out of their app. But you can totally like jump out of it and then check on your video from another, another device, but it has to be a different, you can't use the same account on a different device. That wouldn't be ghosting it. You'd be using the same thing. I do believe you can link your devices to accounts too. Yeah, you can. I can get one of my kids to check it. Yeah, you absolutely can. Yep. Can we do multiple devices all in the same household? Yes, households don't matter. India, so is it best to do personal or business? So I did business for a while only because I was getting banned for weird reasons. But TikTok honestly has been pretty nice to me in the past 6 months. So I switched it back to personal for the reason that I can't, if you're in the business account, you can't use all of the trending sounds that you want to use, which totally sucks. And that's what's really going to help you go viral is using those trending sounds. So when I had that business account, I think it really affected my TikTok, and made it to where it wasn't as successful as it could have been. Do you need to spend time engaging before you post? What do you mean? When you mean like engaging, like talking with other people on the app, or what do you mean?
She means going through and talking to or like engaging with other people's content like you do on Facebook before you post.
No, it's complete opposite. So like the more actually I have realized, the more like you're engaging on there, yes, those people will be like popping up on your For You page, but it doesn't change the fact. So as far as how much engagement I do on TikTok, it is 0. I don't engage very much with anyone, only because I really don't have the time to, but I haven't found, so I can't say from like a personal experience that it changes how you post or it helps boost your views. But I will say the more people are commenting on your post, try to ghost it too. Try to not reply to those. And if you do reply to those, it needs to be from a different account. I know that sounds weird. It works for me because I have an assistant. So like my 2 assistants, when I make a post, if there's comments, they go and they reply to those comments from an administrative account to there. So it's not me posting on there consistently. And honestly, when you post from yourself, most of the time it's super filtered. TikTok loves to filter, and you have no way of knowing it unless you look from a different account. And then you're like, oh my God, like all of those comments that I just made aren't even there. I made that mistake when I first started. I was commenting from my the profile I posted on. I was commenting on their stuff over and over and over, and I was even changing it up and switching it up, and every single comment was being filtered, which sucked, because then basically all of those leads and all of those comments where people were telling me they wanted to know how to order or what to do were being filtered. So it sucked. If we don't have an assistant, then should we not respond back and just private message the people that show interest? So Jessica, a lot of people have it set to where you can't even message them unless you follow them. So unless they message you first, then there's no way of you messaging them until you follow them, and then they follow you back, and vice versa. So if you don't have an assistant, if you can have another device, if you can't, try it with the same device, but using a separate account, like a backup account, to comment to those questions or those comments on there. That way you can relate back to see if it was actually posted or if it was totally filtered out. Yeah, commenting from a computer may help, absolutely. So how do you find trending sounds? So I'll explain to you, and finding the best trends. I'll explain to you what I did prior to hiring someone to do it. So what I would do is I would never use my main account, because if you're sitting there scrolling over and over and over, or you're even clicking on things, and liking certain people's stuff or following them, it's going to relate to more of your niche. So what I do is I have a ghost account, a fake account, that I sit there and I scroll on the For You page over and over and over and over for a good 15 to 20 minutes. If you see a video or you hear a sound trending more than, I'd say, 5 times, note that down and use that trending sound. Also, find people that you can relate to. Like I have like a select 10 people that I love, like their vibe. I love how they do things. I love how they dance. I love different things. So what I do is I follow a lot of stuff that they do, and then I use those trending sounds, or I use some of their content to kind of relate down to my niche. So their niches aren't anything that mine are, but I love, how they engage with their audience, how they're drawing them in, how they're hooking them in that first couple seconds. So I use a lot of their sounds and content along with using what's definitely trending. So I hope that makes sense. And then what was the other question I saw in there? No, I think that was it. Okay. So, main things is posting 4 to 5 times a day. Also, never post within the same hour, ever. Don't make a post and then make another post 45 minutes later. You have to give it at least an hour. If I wanted to clean my account, is it okay to unfollow anyone that doesn't fit in my niche? Absolutely, Angie. It doesn't matter. You unfollowing people won't affect you. So yeah, definitely, if you have, but honestly, I would just start fresh. I've been recommending so many of my girls on my team to just start a new TikTok, because like I said, about 2 months ago, I lost my main account for a week. It said I was banned permanently. So I literally thought I was never going to get it back again. So I started a new TikTok, and within 2 to 3 weeks, I was able to build almost a 10K following on that one profile. And all I did was start over, and I started from 0 to 0. And sometimes it depends. Sometimes my main account will be this video will be going viral, and then my other account, it's not, and then vice versa. So it really just depends. But I would recommend starting over. I know that may seem like, oh, I don't want to start over again, like from 0, but you may actually really surprise yourself, and you may realize that you have a whole different audience that you aren't even touching with your main one that you can with the new profile. Posting, is it geared toward multiple things or just the business? Just snaps. I don't talk about anything else but snaps. So really, do you want 2 accounts on different devices? So I'll explain to you how many devices I have. So I'm really working with about 4 TikToks now. I have more than that, but I'm not really working with more than 4. So I have my main device on my main phone. I have another device for my second one. And then I have 2 other devices for my other 2 profiles. So 4 devices, 4 different accounts. So we need a business, or no, just a personal. Make it personal. Don't make it a business account. I haven't found a lot of success with when I changed it from business then back to personal. It was way better personal. But you want to treat it like a business, is what I was trying to say. Like, you never want to be posting about random stuff, or even anything that you do needs to relate to your niche. Anything that you do. Like, for example, there's a trending sound right now. I found it this morning. It was like the first one that popped up when I like logged into my TikTok, because at night I log out of my TikTok. I logged in, and it was like, what was the sound? It's a genre. It's the bad bitch genre. Like, that's the one I've been seeing pop up. So nobody is doing that within my niche. So I have to try to figure out, how am I going to do that with my niche? So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to post, and it's going to say like, I made it earlier. I don't know what exactly it said, but basically it was like, you want to be a mom of 5 ? And then it was like using that sound, and then I was snapping while doing that niche, if that makes sense. So that sound doesn't have anything to do with my niche at all. So I have to figure out, how can I make it within my niche but still make it relate to the trending sound. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. If not, I'm sorry. I'm a hot mess sometimes. But do you guys have any more questions? Like I said, do your best to just post as much as you can, at least 4 to 5 times a day. And I know that seems like a lot, but like my husband knows, when I come home from working all day at my office, I take 15 to 20 minutes. I go out in my garage. You'll see a lot of my TikToks in my garage. He knows, I know, he's like, you have to go make 15 minutes. I take 15 minutes every single day to just go make videos and make content and stick them in my dress. Always. That way I don't ever have an opportunity where I can't post something. And it's 15 minutes. That's all you have to do. 15 minutes a day to post those videos. Now, if you don't have time, or you don't have assistants like me, if you don't have time or you don't have assistants like me, you need to make sure that your milkshake is built and that it is like super easy explaining the products, super easy for them to find some way to contact you. Because if you don't, then all of those leads that you created, or all those people that are sitting there commenting and want to know how to get the product, or you don't have anything in your bio explaining how to find the product, it's not going to work, because nobody's just going to look at that and be like, oh, well, or you know what they're probably going to do? They're probably going to go find somebody on TikTok who's going to answer their questions, or who's going to know how to order that product, if that makes sense. Is it best to start backlog of drafts and then kick off starting your post? 4 to 5 seems like a lot at first until. So Angie, 4 to 5 honestly, I know it seems like a lot, but to me, it's not enough when you're first starting, or if you're starting over your TikTok. Like I said, for the first 5 days, I posted every single hour from 7 a.m. until 12 p.m. It's 5 days. I know it's a lot, but if you set like timers on your phone, like it takes me 2 minutes to just sit there and post out a video. But I know it can seem like a lot. And I did repost a lot too. So don't think I was just sitting there making them all the time. I did repost a lot too. How do you decide what to put on your cover bubbles? I don't really focus too much on cover bubbles, but if you do, like something that is a hook, something that is going to grab your attention. Think of it if it was you when you first started, finding out about snaps. What was something that intrigued you? Was it the weight loss? Was it the energy? Was it, losing the baby weight? Was it, you needed more energy to be a grandma? Whatever. Post it in your bubble, something that's going to want people to actually click on it. And this may sound really weird too, but when you're posting something, it's even okay to misspell words, because then your video for some reason gets kicked out more because people are just absolutely nonsense and just like to complain about you misspelling something. I had one video, I know Holly did too, go super viral because we misspelled a word. And honestly, it was an honest mistake on my end, but it went crazy. And I was like, you know what? I like it. Like, bring it on, because they just sat there and I get hate comments? Absolutely. I got told that I had no top teeth and needed to learn how to spell. But you know what? Those like 5 negative comments that I got from people wasn't even anything compared to the 500 that I got from people wanting to know how to order. So I hope that makes sense. Don't let those people that are just crappy people that have probably a Justin Bieber as their profile picture, don't let them affect you. If anything, just let them encourage you more to just keep posting, because obviously you're doing something right for them to come to your video and try to destroy anything that you have. What info do you put in your bio? So I think mine says like follow Shelbo Couch on Facebook, and then it has my milkshake link. And the block button is a powerful thing. Absolutely. A milkshake is a free website builder. So Felicia, whoever is your sponsor, get with them. They may be able to explain to you how to make your milkshake. Because I really don't know how to make them. My assistants made them for me. I don't know too much about milkshake. I just know it's a free website builder. So starting a new account on a new phone and just working on that phone with that account. Correct. Yes, Whitney. So just that account on that phone. Is it good to make pinned TikToks, information TikToks? Absolutely. I don't make them very often because honestly, people's attention span isn't the greatest. So most of my videos are 5 to 12 seconds and no longer. I do have some informational videos only because I do use them as like a pinned with that video, but most of my videos aren't longer than that, because those are the like 5 to 12 second range is really where TikTok is boosting those videos, because it matters how long people are watching your videos. So your video like time span is what's most important. If people continue to watch that whole video, then TikTok will continue to boost it out, versus if they see it, don't like it, pass by, it destroys like your view time. So that's like where it's most important to make sure. So if you only think you can grab your audience attention for 5 seconds, then that's okay. 100% of video view will be on that, and it will just be boosted out more. All right, I'll answer a few more questions, and then you guys can unmute if you want to ask me any too. I don't mind doing that. How can you see if comments were filtered? So I look from a different profile. So a different profile, that's how you're going to see it. And that's the only way you're going to see it, because if it's filtered and you did it from your account, you'll never know. Hashtags. So hashtags, let's talk about hashtags. I thought they were super important. I'm not really sure if they are anymore. I have so many videos that have gone like really successful with 0 hashtags. If you are doing hashtags though, they have to be within your niche. If they're not within your niche, no point, don't do it. I would say if you're using a high trending sound, don't use hashtags. I remove those followers. I get a lot of creepy guys commenting and following on me. Like, I feel like that messes. Yeah, absolutely. Danielle, I would agree. I would block them all. And if it becomes where it keeps continuing to be those same creepy guys, honestly, you need to make a new one because TikTok is probably posting them out to men and not women. And then a lot of people have messaged me and asked me about going live on TikTok. Every time I have ever got banned, it was because I went live on TikTok. The TikTok definitely doesn't have their stuff together when people are going live because they will ban you for no reason. And MLMs already on TikTok are not allowed. Hence, it's most people though, or they're on there all. Like I see girls going live on TikTok selling like those ketos all the time, and they never get banned. But I don't know how. So I don't recommend going live right now until maybe TikTok figures it out. I don't recommend it because you can have nothing wrong with your account. I had one of my teammates had this huge TikTok, had no like, never like messed up any community standards, never had any of that. She went live talking about the snaps, and then she got a message that her account was permanently banned. She tried to appeal it and they denied it, and she never got that account back. So I think one live could totally destroy and take away your account. So I don't recommend going live. I do go live off of a backup account though. And that's because I'm okay if I lost that account. If your account is important to you and you've built it and it's a high, amount of following, don't risk it. Just don't risk it for the biscuit, All right. Woo! All right, any more questions? I feel like that's like the main stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about and really help you, because TikTok is a lot and it's honestly changing every single day. So things that I'm telling you right now, it sucks to hear this, but a month from now, it may be totally different. So do you want to start with hashtags to build your niche or just post with none? So I do a little bit of both. I will post one video with nothing and then I'll post another with at least 6 hashtags. So it just depends. Is it best to log out each night or does it matter? So Denise, for me personally, I log out every single night, but I don't know if it matters, but I've done it since I've started. And I just noticed when I do, I log out. And then when I log back in, it just seems to like boost my videos. Your TikTok name so we can see so I think it's just Shelby Couch. Do you do 3 billion and 3 million? Huh? What is TikTok or just the following? I don't really know how to answer that either because I really don't know. I wish I knew, but I don't. The most important thing that I can tell you, and if you want to be successful on TikTok and you want to be seen and you want to get those orders in, like you see a lot of us doing, is you have to be consistent and you can't have excuses. You can't not post a day. You can't not, you just can't. You can't at least 3. I would say if you have the minimum, you need to be posting at least 3 times a day. That's a minimum. But if you really want to see true success on it, you need to be posting 3 to 4 times a day or 5. You need to be consistent. Don't not have a day where you don't post, and you may feel like shit one day and you don't want to post. That's when your drafts come into play. So go home and go batch at least however many drafts and have them ready for if you have those crappy days and you don't feel like posting, because trust me, I have those days, or I use Repost. Okay, so take 30 days. I challenge you to take 30 days to post 4 to 5 times a day. Don't miss a day. Don't have any excuses. And just stay consistent with it for 30 days using hashtags, using trending sounds. Go on TikTok today, find people that you vibe with, find people that you relate to, that you can use some of those sounds and trending sounds. And I really think that a lot of you can be successful if you say that. If you say, okay, I'm going to take 30 days. I'm going to post 4 times a day. and write out your schedule. Like I have my whole schedule written out for me for the whole entire month. I know exactly when to post, and I know that it has to be done in that time frame. And if I don't post it in that time frame, then my assistant does for me. But maybe you have someone that can repost for you, even do a repost for you if you're busy and you're with your family. You're like, hey, I have something going on today. Like, can you repost for me? I know that seems crazy, but if you really want success, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to not have excuses. You're going to have to at least post. How many of us sit on TikTok a day or sitting Facebook a day scrolling? You can take that 2 minutes to repost something or to post a TikTok. So take 30 days, 4 videos a day, no excuses, and use trending sounds and give it your all, and use those hooks. Use those hooks that are going to drag people in, that like are going to be in your face. If you go to my TikTok, and please use my TikTok as an example. Anything that I post, I see all of you reposting or making the TikToks that I've made, you're making them. That makes me super happy, because honestly, like it makes me realize that I'm doing something good. So please use it. I take it as a compliment. I don't ever get upset and be like, oh my gosh, that girl just posted exactly what I posted. We're all on the same team. We all are benefiting from each other. So take anything from my TikTok and use it. But if you are first going to my TikTok and you're looking at it, you'll see that when I first started TikTok, I'm in your face. Like I'm like popping in your face. My hands are going up. I'm grabbing the attention. If I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, here's my snap. Yay. No, you got to grab your audience. You got to make them want to see you more. You got to think of, if you were scrolling on the For You page, what would grab your attention? What would draw you in? You know, is it going to be someone that's just like, or is it going to be someone that's in your face? All right, I'm done now. All right, any more questions before I hop off? But yeah, yes, absolutely. Use my posts. Please use them. Mindset, exactly. Acting a fool is what works on TikTok. Hell yes. They're not all in my name. They're different usernames. But if you see right now, I'm just going to give you an example, and I hope you all get to this point where I'm at now, but my phone is vibrating like crazy. I obviously have a video that's going around, because like, this is insane. Like I had my assistant post for me, because I knew I had a scheduled Zoom, and then they're contacting me off of my project broadcast, and then that's where my assistants then are now contacting them. Now I hope you get to that point and know that it's not gonna happen overnight. Like I didn't hire any assistants until I was like 9 months into this. I did it all myself, and let me tell you, I wore myself out. So when I hired the assistants, and this is something that if you can learn from me, appreciate your assistants, and give them some grace, because they have a lot of learning to do. So what I do is, my 2 assistants are provided all products. So they get sent Brain, Zleam, Youth, Plus. They know how the products make them feel, so they can explain to the customers then, and they're not just BSing. They actually know how it makes them feel. I pay for them to have an account. They stay on to daily Zooms. If I can't attend a Zoom, they are attending via Zoom for me, and then they come back to me with notes and whatnot. So, treat them the way that you would want to feel on snaps. And so that's how I treat them. They are provided obviously with pay monthly. They get all 4 products monthly. They have an account so they can log in. They like to look at the leaderboard, because it's honestly just as satisfying for them to see how many new customers I'm getting, because then they know like that they're doing a good job. And you treat them just like you would treat any other employee. That's just how mine are treated. I know a lot of people can find virtual assistants like on different websites and things that are not from the US. I've never tried them, so I can't tell you that they would be good, because I don't know. I've never used them. Mine come from my companies that have worked for me prior for many years. So I wish I could tell you where to find the best assistant is, but I really can't tell you because I don't know. I get asked that a lot, like, where do I get my assistants from? And it's because I know them from my other companies and they're interviewed and then they go through that whole system as well. Where is, so the For You page, when you click on it, you'll see following and For You page at the top. You'll want to click on the For You page, not what you're following, because then you're only going to see what is on the following, well, like who you're following. Do you record right on TikTok or do you use the app? My videos always seem blurry. What do you record right on? Yeah, so I don't use like I don't record anything on my camera and then repost. I don't do that. It's all from TikTok because I think TikTok has one of the greatest like camera filtering and like quality I've ever seen, even compared to Snapchat. Yeah. The text service is Project Broadcast. All right, I'm gonna close out, y'all. I've been on for 45 minutes. That's probably long enough. But if you guys have any more questions, I'll try to do. I'll schedule with Randy next month again, and I'll keep you guys updated on what's changed again that month, so you guys can relate to it more. But yeah, and if you guys have any other questions, you can shoot me a message, but don't hate me if I don't respond. And it probably won't be me. It'll be my assistant. Oh, but I hope I helped you guys. And I hope you take just 30 days to post 4 to 5 times a day. That's all you got to do. If anything else you've learned from me today, post 4 to 5 times a day. Also, don't post them all in the same place. Go outside, go wherever in your house. Go to different places. And if you're batching, oh, this is super important. I know I said I was closing out. If you are batching, make sure you have multiple outfits on standby. So you can just switch out your hoodies, switch out your shirts. So it doesn't look like you're making all the same videos for like all your videos. I make mine look like they're everywhere. Like you have no idea where mine's at. I also have tripods in every area you can imagine. So have a tripod. Make them wherever you have time. And then when you batch, make sure you have outfits to change out in so you can post anytime you want. But have an awesome day, guys. And thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you next time.